Students, today we'll study lesson 1 of your supplementary reader book It So Happened. So the lesson 1 is how the camel got its hump. The 3 points are the summary of the part 1. The world has just begun and the animals were working for humans. There was one lazy animal that did nothing and said nothing but said hump. Even the clever jinn was at its wits' end. Okay, so this is the story where the world has just begun. Okay, it's a fictional story, and in this story it is shown that animals have started working for humans. There is one lazy animal that did nothing and said nothing but hump. Okay, so this is the story about camel. Even the clever jinn was at its wits' end. Here D is silent, it is pronounced as jinn. Okay. So jinn, what is a jinn? It's a fictional character which has got special powers. He can do anything. He can convert a big object into a small object, or he can create anything. So students, I will be reading para by para. I will read one para and then I will explain it. In the beginning, when the world was new and the animals were just beginning to work for man, there was a camel, and he lived in the middle of a howling desert because he did not want to work. He ate sticks and thorns and prickles, and when anybody spoke to him, he said hump, just hump, and no more. Okay. So this is the story with it's the beginning of the world and animals have just started working for man. The animals work for man. Which are the animals that work for man? Domestic animals. So it's the beginning of the world where the man, the human being, has started domesticating the animals. The camel, ox, horse, dog, all these are domestic animals. So there was a camel also. He lived in the middle of a howling desert. What is the meaning of howling? You underline the word howling in your textbook. Howling means different kinds of noise coming out, noise of sand moving in the desert. So these are the different kinds of sound that come in the desert, the storm, the sandstorms. He ate sticks and thorns and prickles. Now desert does not have greenery, much of a greenery, so he used to eat sticks, thorns, prickles. Prickles is also a kind of thorn, and when anybody spoke to him, he said hump, and just hump, no more. So he was very lazy. What do we understand by this para? He was very lazy. He lived in a desert. He did not do any work, and even if someone spoke to him, he was even lazy to speak also. He would not speak anything. Presently, the horse came to him on Monday morning with a saddle on his back and said, Camel, oh camel, come out and trot like the rest of us. Underline the word saddle and trot. Okay. So, on a Monday morning, a horse came to this camel with a saddle. What is a saddle? It's a thing kept on the back of a horse. When someone rides and sits on the horse, they keep a saddle. What did he say? Come out and trot like the rest of us. Trot means working hard. Okay. And running and working hard. Hump, said the camel. And the horse went away and told the man. So what did the camel reply? Just hump, nothing else. So horse went away and told the man, because man was making everyone do the work. Presently, the dog came to him with a stick in his mouth. The dog had a stick in his mouth and said, what did he said? Camel, oh camel, come and fetch and carry like the rest of us. Fetch means getting something, taking something. So what did the dog say? You come and do the work of fetching like rest of us. Rest of us means rest of the animals. Hump, said the camel, and the dog went away and told the man. So same thing happened with the dog also. The dog said the camel to do some work, And camel had only one reply, hump. And then the dog went away and told this thing to man. Presently the ox came to him with a yoke on his neck. What is a yoke? It's a kind of thing that is tied to his neck so that we can have an ox cart. We can tie these ox to a cart, ox or bullock cart, and so that we can use them to carry things. So what is a yoke? You have to underline this. And said, I'll read this again. Presently the ox came to him with a yoke on his neck and said, Camel, O camel, come and plow like the rest of us. Plowing. So ox is used for plowing the fields. What is plowing? You have learnt in science, agriculture. So ox is used for plowing the fields in agriculture. Hump, said the camel. And the ox went away and told the man. So till now what we have learned? The dog, the horse, ox all have went to the camel and asked him to do some work. But what is the camel's reply? Hump. That's it. वो बस उतना ही बोलता है, hump. At the end of the day, the man called the horse and the dog and the ox together and said, 3, O 3, I am very sorry for you. Okay, see, this is the picture of a man. It is little blurred, but you can see this is the picture of a man with these 3 animals. What is he saying to them? 3, O 3, I am very sorry for you. But that hump thing in the desert can't work. Or he would have been there by now. Or he would have been here by now. He is living in a desert. Okay. So he is not here. If he would have worked, he would have been here. So I am going to leave him alone, and you must work double time to make up for it. Now what does the man say? That this camel is not working and we can't do anything about it. So we'll leave him alone, but you must work double time to make up for it. Okay, the dog, the ox and the horse will have to do double work. That made the 3 very angry, and they held a panchayat on the edge of the desert. And the camel came chewing cud and laughed at them. Then he said, hump, and went away again. So, what is the meaning of this paragraph? 3 were very angry. Who were those 3? The dog, the ox and the horse. Why did they made it angry? First thing, the camel was not doing any work, and on the top of that the man ordered them to do double work in place of the camel. So this made them very angry. So they held a panchayat. You know what is a panchayat? It's a kind of agency in a village where they decide on matters of conflict between the people of the village. So they held a panchayat on the edge of the desert so that camel can also come. Camel came chewing cud. Now you know what is chewing cud. Again you have studied this ruminating animals. आपने ruminating animals science में पढ़ा है. So what do? They eat grass and they swallow it, and after some time they bring back the semi-digested food into the mouth again and keep on chewing it. So the camel was also doing this only, chewing the cud. So camel laughed at them and he said humph and went away again. Presently there came along the jinn, who was in charge of all deserts, rolling in a cloud of dust. Now came the jinn. He was in charge of all the desert, rolling in a cloud of dust. You must have seen stories of jinn wherein they have, when they move, they move a lot of dust and air around us. See, you can see in this picture. The jinn is having a lot of pink cloud of dust around it. Jinn of all deserts, said the horse, is it right for anyone to be idle? What is the meaning of idle? I-D-L-E means to sit, doing nothing. Idle means someone who is doing nothing, कुछ नहीं कर रहा है. What did the horse asked? What question did the horse ask to this jinn? That is it right for anyone to sit idle? So what did the jinn reply? Certainly not. That means the jinn says that we should not sit idle. No one should sit idle. Well, said the horse, there is a thing in the middle of your desert with a long neck and long legs, and he hasn't done a stroke of work since Monday morning, and he won't trot. So horse, see, now the horse is not taking directly the camel's name. See how he is complaining that it's a thing in the middle of a desert with a long neck and long legs, and he doesn't do any work since Monday morning. How do we know Monday morning? Monday the horse had gone to him, Tuesday the dog had gone to him, Wednesday the ox had gone to him. He won't trot, he won't do anything, any work. Views. This was a jinn sound. View, said the jinn whistling. That's my camel. Now the jinn has done the correct guessing कि हाँ ये तो camel की बात हो रही है. What does he say about it? He says hump and he won't plow, said the ox. Now it was ox turn to complain that he only says hump and he doesn't do anything. He won't plow because it's the ox works to plow the fields. So ox is telling about plowing. Very good, said the jinn. I'll hump him if you will all kindly wait a minute. I will hump him. Here hump him मतलब क्या जिन भी वहाँ hump जैसा sound निकालेगा? No. I will hump him means I will take him to task. I will teach him a lesson. Just you kindly wait. Okay. So this part 1 of this story finishes. We'll just do the comprehension check. We'll discuss the answers in oral. What task do you think were assigned to the dog and the ox? Dog was assigned the task of fetching. Fetching means getting something from one place to another. Ox, what was the ox work? Plowing the fields. Why did the camel live in the middle of a desert? Because desert, there was no work in desert, there was no agriculture, there was no greenery, so there was no work to do, and a camel was a very lazy animal. So that is why he chose to live in the middle of a desert. What made the dog and the horse and the ox get very angry? Now there are two reasons. First reason, the camel was not doing any work. Okay, he replied just hump to all these three animals, and on the top of that, the man also said that since the camel is not working, so you will have to do double work in its place. So these two things made the dog, the horse and the ox very angry. How did the jinn know the horse was complaining about the camel? See how here what will be the answer? The answer will be that the camel described the horse described the camel in such a way that it lives in a desert, it has a long neck and long legs. So this is how the jinn gets to know that the horse is talking about camel. Okay, this finishes the chapter. Again you will underline what these words you will underline. We will just scroll the beginning of the chapter. Howling, you have to underline howling. You have to open the dictionary and find the meaning also. I have told you the meaning, but you will open the dictionary and find the meaning and write this word. Number 1, howling. Number 2, saddle. Number 3, trot. Number 4, yoke. Okay, 4 words. That's it. You find the meaning of these 4 words. This finishes the part 1 of your lesson 1, how the camel got its hump.